Hello, hi, hello, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Boxing Day, because our game is in England right now. Hello, hi. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games, welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Pulp Cthulhu campaign. I am the salty of the channel.
And I'm sweet.
And these various assorted spices are our friends. Before we go around and meet everyone, thank you, chat, for the hype train. Oh my goodness, thank you.
We're already on a level 5 hype train.
Thank
That's
you
wild.
for the resubs and those tips for advantages. All our tips this month are going towards our Ko-fi for our first podcast, Missing Annie Lee. So thank you so much for getting us closer to our stretch goal. So, channel things. Hi, if you don't know us, we play TTRPGs. I realize I don't say that a lot. And sometimes horror video games and funny video games. So, whatever. We do what we want. But today we are playing Pulp Cthulhu, the Chaosium system. And we have people to thank for being here besides all of you lovely folks. Thank you to Roll20, our virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. We're part of their Spotlight program, which highlights indie TTRPG creators all across the interwebs, and we are actually part of their charity event this month. We're going to be over on their channel at 2 p.m. Pacific, so after a few hours after this, playing an original Honey Heist / Burned Bright hack with our Against the Stars crew. So we have lots to thank them for, and we love them very much. We are also sponsored by Dice Envy and the Grinding Coffee Co. We have codes with these awesome businesses that you can go to their websites and enter those codes. They're showing up in chat, but it's Salty Sweet for Dice Envy, all caps, one word, and Salty Sweet Games,
Yes.
all caps, one word for Grinding Coffee Co. So, Dice, coffee, support the channel, win-win, win-win-win.
Another thing that I want to point out, because it is
Yes.
Boxing Day, and Boxing Day tends to be a time of savings at this point after
Yes.
Christmas and all that stuff.
So true.
Up until the end of this year, use the code SaltySweet at the Magpie Game Store, and you get an additional $10 off
That's
of your
not 10%, that's $10.
$10. So please go and check that out. They have amazing games. We love their games. We're thinking about bringing some of those games back to the channel in the new year. So go check them out. Get $10 off of your purchase, whether you're getting something like Urban Shadows, although you may want to wait for the next edition. But also Blueberry's Bride, which is our favorite.
Yeah, they have a new thing, the Booklet of Keepsake. So they have the Vacant Hotel kind of Book of Mirrors scenario, and they have secret rooms in that one, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah. So go check that out and save $10.
You got till the 31st.
You got until the end of this year. So go do that.
And of course, we have our usual tip incentives down below if you would like to affect the game live. Again, all this goes to supporting the channel as we grow, paying our cast members, and bringing you high quality stuff. So, last thing. We here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, accent and no cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings because while the characters may be put through hell, especially today, the players are here to have fun, and they're our priority always. So let's meet them. Kienna, we know you, but who are you playing?
Yeah, again, I'm Kienna. My pronouns are she and they, but today I am playing Irene Blackwell. She is a resident forger, artist, attempted shooter of terrible people named Ginger Johnny. She tried real hard. She is interested in seeing what's in a creepy cult basement. Because she wants to know what's in there. What's in there? Give me that info.
Yeah, I would love to tell you all about it, but we'll have to see if you make it there. Allie, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hey everybody, it's Allison. I play Ganymede Graves, adventure scientist. She is an archaeologist, a naturalist, and in her spare time, she awkwardly rescues damsels in distress, and she's going to the fair. Is this like a fancy dress thing? Do I need to start Googling like outfits?
I mean,
because I'll do it.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Yes, I love this channel so much.
And let's go over to Summer. Hi, Summer.
Hello. Happy holidays. Ho ho ho. Hello.
Do you
It's
like that quote
me.
from Tommy about the episode
I
you
love
missed?
that quote. It's so good. Thank you for speaking it into existence, Tommy. That's absolutely accurate. I'm so glad that somebody was around to do it for me. But hi, yes, I'm Summer. I use she, her pronouns, and today I'm playing one Mr. Charlie Rapp who uses he, him pronouns, and he is like just like totally normal, chill guy. But also he is super handsome, super rich, and talks to ghosts. So total
The real catch.
package.
The real
What a
catch.
catch. Okay, great. Let's last but not least, let's go to Tommy. Hi, Tommy.
Hi, hello. Happy holidays, everyone. I am Tommy, he, him, and I play Zebulon Augustine Claiborne Montgomery III, master of the skies and the backstories, infiltrator extraordinaire. He he's going to this fair. He's a little worried about his sister with who we're pretty sure is a crazed cultist serial killer.
Pretty sure. They're not 100% sure, though.
Well,
Sure.
we're like 99.
We're like
though.
99.9% sure, but we haven't seen him murder anyone yet.
That's true.
But so he's a little worried about that. But I think he'll find this fair very interesting. He's also a photojournalist, trying to make his big break and possibly of becoming a writer.
Yes. Well, that's our cast. Let's go ahead and do a recap. Last time in the storage room of the Blue Pyramid nightclub, Charlie and Zara had a tete-a-tete in which she warned him about Edward Gavigan, saying he was the one orchestrating the Egyptian murders plaguing Soho over the last 3 years. When Charlie asked what her investment in all this was, she told him she wanted to take over the Penhew Foundation to lessen the English's footprint in Egypt. Whether that's her sole motivation, no one knows. Quite suddenly, Zara ended the interview telling him his friends were in peril. The investigators regrouped and decided to spend the next 2 weeks watching Gavigan and staking out the places he visited. Ganymede and Charlie tailed Gavigan, but when they tried to follow him out of town, he spotted them and veered back to London. Zeb disguised himself and got a job driving for Ferris & Sons, the truck company employed by the Penhew Foundation, which led to a discovery in Limehouse, particularly that of a warehouse facilitating the truck's deliveries to a ship called the Sea Devil, a vessel Ganymede is more than passing familiar with. Both Irene and Ganymede headed out to the Limehouse docks for a look around and managed to find the crates awaiting transfer to the Sea Devil, which appeared to be headed for the Cairo Museum in Egypt, but were actually on their way to Shanghai. Finally, the investigators were tipped off to a change in Gavigan's schedule. He would be attending the British Empire I wrote expedition, it's definitely exhibition, giving the investigators an opening to revisit the Foundation's sub-basement and hopefully collect enough evidence. I should have done my vocal warm-ups this morning. Diction. 2 of the party did decide it was worthwhile to follow him, considering he rarely deviates from his routine, and to have Annabelle accompany him, to keep him distracted. It's a good idea. Sunday, March 18th, 1925, 6 days to the new moon. We will pick up in the Ritz Hotel suite as you have just given Annabelle the rundown. I imagine she's sitting on like the chaise lounge, right? Just like looking up at the 4 of you. And she says, so you're telling me Edward Gavigan, Ed, the long-winded, proper British man, is a serial killer and a cultist, and you want me to bump into him at this exhibition and distract him so you can break into his place of business. Is that right? Did I get it all?
Yeah, that's about the gist of it. Yep. Now confirmed cultist, supposed serial killer.
I will show her the weird stuff I took the vials of blood and the fake passports. Like, look at this.
Zeb's just like, I don't know if Charlie's the right one to be trying to convince
I
her.
would.
of anything.
No, I'm not trying to convince her. I'm just showing it to
Yeah.
her casually. Let the items do the talking, not me.
Couldn't someone else have put that stuff down there? Are you sure it was Ed?
Why would somebody else put a fake passport of him?
You know what? I do not know.
You know, sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
Mm-hmm.
We're just using this as a chance to get confirmation on all of this so that, you know, we can make the right accusations when, well, inevitably shit's gonna hit the fan.
Zebulon.
Pardon my French.
All right, but you're not gonna like attack him.
So long as he doesn't endanger you in any way, I'm going to try my best not to.
That is not reassuring.
Endanger you or anyone else. Just to be clear.
Yeah. What Ganymede said. Yep.
Does this have something to do with outside of the nightclub?
Maybe.
Yes. Likely.
Probably. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, Anna. This is, you have every right to say no if you don't want to do this. It's not, there's not a 0% chance of danger in this.
There's probably a high chance of danger.
Well, all right.
I
would
think
say
it's
a
better to be honest.
Medium to high % chance of danger, but we will be in a very public space. You know, not walking down some alleyway at midnight. So I'm hoping that this is just him doing whatever it is he does. I'm not really quite sure. It seems more like he steals stuff from other people. That seems to be the gist I've gotten about that. Legally, apparently.
Are you just talking about archaeology? What are...
I mean, I'm not
That's basically what it is, right?
I mean, that's what it sounds like to me.
She looks like Ganymede.
Ganymede, I think, is, and probably has been this whole time, like cleaning her shotgun boarding axe.
You're not gonna bring that.
Well, how would you expect us to protect you, my dear, if we didn't come armed?
I mean, you call for help.
I'm not sure that would have helped us all in the square the other night.
It's just a precaution, Anna. It's, you never know what you're gonna find. Like, apparently every basement here has a creepy cult basement.
All right, but if there's nothing funky, then I do not want any trouble.
Nor do we.
Sound super innocent, Ganymede.
I'm on the same page as you, Anna. We just need to keep him away from the Foundation.
Right. So she looks so She looks at you and then looks at Charlie and then looks back at you, Zebulon, and she looks so disappointed. Just
Didn't have anything to do with this.
Yeah, just blames Charlie because Charlie's there. Look, I wouldn't ask you if I didn't think this was important.
I cannot believe I have been roped into this. Now into criminal acts.
Well, you won't be doing anything
Oh,
against the law.
Yes, and I suppose Zebulon won't be there, so if you get arrested, Charles, just have the most fun. In
Thank you.
jail, to
Yep.
be clear.
yeah, she's not
I
joking.
know what you meant.
I was gonna say that she's joking, Charles, but no, she's not joking.
I can tell. Thank you, Zeb.
I think it'd be rather funny, is all I'm saying.
Me too. We would all laugh.
But yeah, no, you don't have to do anything illegal. And
All right,
just-
well, come on. You said you got the call. He's going there today. We might as well get out there. Stop dilly-dallying. Come on. Are you wearing that? That's what you're wearing?
Who is she pointing at? Me?
Any and
Just
all of you.
gesturing.
Which one of us?
Gesturing wildly.
She is, let me just tell you, because I love saying, she's like in like this periwinkle blue, like daytime affair with like an incredible hat. Just to be clear.
She like came prepared, even though she wasn't quite convinced yet.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what the day would bring is the thing.
Yeah, I'll go change into something.
Charlie does have one last backup plan,
Okay.
just in case shit really goes wrong. He's gonna, before we all part ways, like he's gonna come up to Ganymede and Zeb. Was there a phone in Gavigan's office?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Charlie's gonna come up to him and be like, so when I was in, I mean, we were all in Gavigan's office, but when we were there, I noticed that he had a phone. So if shit really goes bad and you need help or he's on his way back sooner than you thought, I'm going to leave the passageway open. Hopefully we'll be able to hear up to the phone. Just ring his office. If it rings when he's not there, we'll know it's you and we'll get out.
I mean, I don't want to poke. I mean, I suppose that's the best alternative. I just, someone may call him not knowing that he's at the fair. That's not us.
That's true, but I do think it's better to have a backup plan. Be safe.
And we have his. We have his number from the business card?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
absolutely.
So. All right.
You could pick up the phone. Then you would be assured that it's us.
True, but I worry about picking up a phone when they're expecting someone else and that getting back to Gavigan, letting him know that somebody was in his office, but we'll play it by ear. How about this? If it's you, call, hang up, and then call immediately after.
Yes, good idea. All right, we'll do our best.
And Miss Blackwell, you make sure Charlie doesn't get into too much trouble. Despite what my sister says, I would prefer y'all not get arrested.
I would prefer that too.
I didn't say
But
I
it would be
wanted
so
Irene
funny.
to get
Think of the
arrested.
laughs.
Yeah, I mean, it would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. For like, if you got arrested, Charlie.
Right.
But
Considering I am
it'd be a
with
bit of an inconvenience.
Just slightly.
Would hate to be a burden on all of you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So. Anything else to do before we part ways? Great.
We would probably set a meetup spot afterwards, like after
Totally.
everything. Probably the Ugly Duck or whatever the
Oh,
bar
yeah,
we've
yeah,
been
yeah.
going to. That's like our go-to now. So
Yeah, that's great.
we'll go there.
Oh, I found out something really interesting because I was really young when I went to this bar way back when I went to England. But apparently, it has 2 names depending on which side of it you enter on.
That's cool.
You know the other name?
I believe it's the Ugly Duck or the Black Swan.
Oh, I love that.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I actually found that I was like talking about that yesterday. Funnily enough.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Hold on, I was just finding clothes for Annabelle. I'm fine.
We have to dress them up.
We have to dress them up. Okay.
You need those little dolls where you just like drag the clothes on, made for each of them.
Okay. Does anyone have a strong preference for going first? Otherwise, I'll pick.
They can go first. That's my strong preference.
Great. Perfect. That's what I was gonna do if nobody has strong preference. So here we go. The British Empire exhibition is open for 13 hours every day, with admission costing 1 shilling and 6 pence for adults. There are large buildings housing these themed areas. There is a Palace of Housing and Transport, which has a working crane and displays focusing on all manner of technical achievements in engineering, shipbuilding, electricity, motor vehicles, railways, etc., and aircraft. The Palace of Industry has displays looking at coal, gas, metals, medical drugs, food, clothing, gramophones, things like that. Each of Britain's colonies was given its own pavilion to display cultural, architectural, and technical achievements. There's a Canadian pavilion that included a full-sized reproduction of the Prince of Wales, sculpted in butter. The Palace of Arts contained historical room sets, paintings, and sculptures produced since the 18th century. There were kiosks, both inside and outside of the various pavilions, representing individual companies within the British Empire, primarily to encourage commercial opportunities. But when you arrive, it is very, very crowded. So why don't you all make me a spot hidden, unless you'd like to approach it any differently. It's just a big crowd of people and you're looking for one guy.
Zeb, for the first time in this entire campaign, I think, Zeb is gonna take out, so a good way to he's gonna act like a photojournalist and he's gonna start taking photos. Because that's a good reason to be looking at people, like staring at people without, raising too much suspicion.
I love it.
And I may be able to develop these later in case I forget something.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have the photography skill?
Yes, I do. I
Let's
have
totally
76
do
in
that.
it and never used it.
Let's do that. I love it. I love it.
Oh, man. The question is... it won't let me to the roll. It won't let me to the roll page. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me restart. Roll 20. Because it won't let me roll.
It just doesn't want you to use that skill.
It just doesn't want me to
Use this time to manifest
we go.
good energy for this role.
It's the plan.
Ho, 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 ho.
That sounds very weird, Aldo.
Okay, there we go.
If you
All right.
chant ho, the Christmas spirit will fill your
I've got a
days.
76 in this. How much do I want to do? Do I have any advantages left? I have one of my
Use your
advantages.
pool. We
I
got
have-
10 in the pool.
I have my own advantage, so I'm going to start with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then, just because I don't trust my luck. What?
That happened to me too. You just have to roll it. Like you just have to type.
Yeah. 1d100.
I'll take a look at it
And my
later.
skill is a 76.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all don't see what that roll is, right? That's
No.
not just
No.
me. Okay. See, this is why I use an
Do
advantage.
again.
Do it again.
You, oh my god, barely, barely.
You got it. You got it.
RNG is listening, Tommy. It's missed you. Okay. Yes, your photos, I mean, it's daytime, right? Your photos will completely properly develop and all that. I love this. I think it's going to work twofold. It allows you to look more closely and it allows you to blend in. So I really like this. Ganymede, what are you doing? I think Annabelle's, like your arms are locked.
Yes. I'm looking. I'm just looking.
Mm-hmm.
If there are multiple ways in, but I suppose we've kind of made our way to the way in that, based on what we know about his habits and so forth, we think is the most likely way that he'll enter.
Mm-hmm. Probably through the main entrance. Like, he acts as if he's a man who has nothing to hide. He doesn't, as you've noticed, he doesn't really scurry around, right? He's not, like, creeping around trying to stay hidden. He's walking about. And I think he, very well dressed, put together as usual. And I don't think it's too long before you eventually spot him. But Ganymede, I do want you to make a spot hidden for something else.
Okay. I will use an advantage, and I have my own advantages as well, so I'll use
Okay.
one of my own for
Cool,
this.
cool. Fantastic.
How about a
That's-
hard success?
That's better. Okay. So, a couple interesting things. I mean, besides all of the contained chaos around you, you do see Gavigan again. Not bothering to, like, he's just walking around, right? But as you watch him from, I assume, a distance, he appears to be looking for someone. And ahead of him, walking into one of the buildings, one of the exhibitions, you see someone who is definitely trying harder to be subtle. And the reason that you know that isn't because of necessarily her body language or anything like that. There is a pale woman with strawberry blonde hair and freckles who looks like a shop girl, though she's not dressed like a shop girl. She's actually probably in the outfit when you first met her. The kind of red number with the heels. And just a wholly different vibe than the Rose you met in Empire Spices. Oh, you're muted.
Does she seem to be making her way toward Gavigan? Is she looks like she's looking for someone?
She looks to be ahead, yeah. She looks like she's looking for someone. She's ahead of him. And I think there is this moment that you see with your hard success where she just does like a little gesture. But he's not looking at her. But then he turns to her and begins to follow.
I point all of this out to Zeb and to Annabelle as well. I wonder, Zebulon, I'm concerned that Rose is actually Zara. She's taken her over in some way and is using her to blend in when it's helpful to her. Did you notice, I'm telling Zeb, did you notice that it almost looked like she made some kind of a gesture and he snapped too? You don't suppose she's able to control him in some way?
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at her, and he's just kind of been taking photos around because
Yeah.
he hasn't been, he wasn't doing the super detail that, observation that Ganymede was doing. He's taking in more of the general.
Yeah.
I think with your photography role, because I love it, you also, not near either one of them, and definitely more dispersed throughout the crowd. You see some familiar faces, maybe from the night after the Blue Pyramid Club. Nobody spotted you. There aren't as many of them, but definitely some beat up, still just at the end of healing from all the bruises that you gave them. Some of those guys throughout the crowd.
And Zeb's going to mention this, and he's like, we may want to keep a heads up. We got some of our friends from the other night out and about here. I don't think they've seen us yet, but we should probably keep an eye out.
Well, we know that we can handle them.
I just don't want to get in a fight in the middle of the public.
Right. Aren't I supposed to be going say hi? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yep. Yes.
I think you're on, as they say, Annabelle.
All right.
Good luck.
She winks at you and moves through the crowd. You see from a distance her bumping into Gavigan and, oh, you're here, etc., etc. And yeah, she has taken over whatever his plans were. They are now heading into one of the exhibits. Would you like to follow?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, we would like to follow.
Yeah. You definitely notice Rose, like annoyed or something like that. And she is going to follow too. I think... Tommy, is Zeb in his disguise? Your disguise is your truck driver?
I'm going to say yes because I think that's the more fun option here.
Great. Perfect. I love it. Ganymede, do you want to make a stealth check?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. And
Yeah.
I'll use another advantage. Because I don't have a lot of stealth.
No. Ooh. You
Yeah,
want
luck
You
is a
remember what I
renewable
always
resource.
say?
Luck is
I
a
do
free
remember.
resource.
Free resource.
Okay. So you pass, which is fantastic for you. Wonderful. We love it. We love to see it. Isn't that great? Okay, so you two are not going to be spotted. Again, it's very crowded. You just needed that regular success, and you are in.
Right. Zeb's gonna take a look around, take pictures of the most interesting things, making sure that there are he's taking these pictures and if you're just looking at him, he looks like he's taking a picture of, say, an exhibit. But he's also making sure to capture the people around the exhibits.
Mm-hmm. I love it. That's actually, it's going to be great. So the exhibit that they're headed into is Pear's Palace of Beauty. You see some advertisements for souvenir soap, but there's also some kind of exhibit inside. It's one of the larger buildings. And you can see Gavigan and Annabelle chatting his head off with Rose not too far behind, moving through it. But before you head into Pear's Palace of Beauty, I want to know what Charlie and Irene are doing at the Penhue Foundation.
You know, sneaking in, getting in,
Casually breaking in.
casually breaking in. We're gonna
Please.
go in. We've staked out this place. Like, we know
Yeah,
ways in. We're gonna go in.
you're gonna just walk in?
Yeah, why not?
We're
Why
going
not?
The front door?
Not the front door.
The back door.
What back door? There is a
know,
back door. There is a back
The
door.
utility door, Lauren.
There is a back door.
Yeah. That one.
You're just going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see a better way about it. Just going in.
So yeah, you have staked this place out. That was something in particular you said you had done during the 2 weeks. There is one watchman who patrols the building when it's closed, making his rounds once every hour.
Right.
So
We wait for him to go by,
yeah,
get down the hall,
Yeah.
and then we're like, woo, hour, free reign. We go in.
it's definitely easy enough to do. The back door is locked.
Yeah, sure does. Okay.
There is also, just to point out, because we did talk about this the first time you went down into the sub-basement,
Yeah.
there was air going down there.
I
And the
know,
others yeah.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't look into that at all.
But I will tell you actually, no, make a spot hidden. I'm
Okay, cool.
pretty sure you're going to get it because of Irene's talent, no matter what, but
Okay.
yeah.
well, yeah.
That's fantastic. Both of you see on the back a coal chute.
Cool. Yeah. So Charlie's just gonna kind of look at that and kind of look over at Irene and say, so, when I was down there, there was definitely another way in. I think they were circulating air down there somehow. This could be it.
Well, things should be off, so I don't think we have any risk of dropping into anywhere that might hurt us, other than maybe getting a few bits of coal up our pants or something. I don't know. And she's just like looking down at the coal chute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How big is it? Big enough for a human?
What's your size score?
Oh,
It is. Let me go my size score. 75.
75. What's yours, Irene?
mine's about the same as that. So
God. Okay, no. It would be a tight squeeze. It would not be easy. For some reason, I thought both of you had like sizes like 50 or under.
nope.
Oh,
I don't know if any of you do. It would be a tight squeeze. It would not be a slide.
okay, cool. Do I think that it would be easier than trying to get like through this locked door?
It potentially could be less noisy. It will definitely get you dirty.
Great.
Like,
love being
absolutely
dirty.
covered.
Yeah.
But it's not locked.
But it's not locked.
Charlie's gonna just, because it looks like a tight squeeze and he knows it, and so he's just gonna like take off his jacket, hide his jacket in a bush, just like
Fab.
stuff it in a bush somewhere.
Sure.
Just so, yeah. He's gonna take off. He's wearing like 3 jackets, so he takes off all of his jackets and puts them in a bush, and then he's gonna go down feet first.
Mm-hmm.
And I will wiggle worm my way down.
Okay, make
chute.
Make a size check.
Okay, I will.
You want to pass? Oh, great!
Hard success.
Wonderful.
I'm huge. But in a sneaky way.
Okay, and Irene? This is fabulous. I'm so happy. I never use size.
There's so much that's happening right now. But yeah. Let's do that, I guess.
Gets about halfway down and he's like, it's not so bad. Like calling up.
Oh my god, that's a crit fail.
That's a crit fail. Okay. So, I mean, there's only so much that can go wrong, right?
Yep.
What gets stuck, Irene?
Oh, that's a really good question.
And are you stuck all the way in, or are you stuck half in, half out?
Oh god.
Summer!
Summer!
That's right. Listen, we're all very mature here.
I think it is probably like a half in, half out. It is definitely like I did not configure myself correctly in this place.
Okay. Charlie, you're making your way down. I'm assuming you went in front first, or did you go in feet first?
I went feet first.
Okay.
Because it's down. It's like a downward slope.
Yeah,
so I'm
no,
not going to go head first. Also, like, what if somebody was standing there with a weapon at the bottom?
Yeah, that would be wild.
Head first? Never
so
happen.
you're on your back, working your way down, and Irene, did you go back as well? Did you go feet first?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
This is very awkward.
She is stuck. She is stuck. She is half her body is out in the open.
Okay. Yeah.
I think part of your shawl is stuck too.
Yeah, I imagine that it's clothing, and she's holding onto a bag, not on her, but like she's holding onto it. But probably not helping.
Yeah.
Because she wants to take that bag down.
Yeah. Charlie kind of yells up, okay, is this like I pull you and we hope you fit stuck? Or is this you need me to push you out stuck?
I'm not sure. I am a little worried that if I'm getting stuck here, that I'll get stuck further down, and that will be a problem for both of us.
Okay.
The skirt is absolutely hiking up. The one that she is wearing right now.
I'm not looking. Okay. I'm gonna try and get my shoulders like under her feet so she has something to kind of push against. I'll like wedge myself against the sides of the vent so she can at least try and push herself up and out. What do I gotta do, Laura? Tell me what to do.
I guess I guess strength.
Yeah.
That seems right.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
69. Nice.
Cool. Out you go.
Out I go.
Okay. Charlie's
just covered in soot from the waist down.
Yeah.
Okay. Charlie's gonna say, yell it, do you think you can find another way in and meet me down there?
I'll try. And she's like brushing down her skirt and everything.
I'm a little too deep in it.
Yeah.
Literally over his head, like.
Yeah. I'll take a look. Just don't talk to anyone weird down there.
Yeah,
like you tend to do
too.
when you go off on your own.
Okay. I won't talk to anyone.
Take candy from strangers, Charlie.
Irene, literally, like, every time you leave, you go talk
Yeah.
to someone weird and
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's true. Yeah, and yeah, he's gonna worm his way down
Okay.
the tube.
Irene, what are you gonna do?
God.
Break the lock. Break the lock.
Yeah, and have everyone notice that I've broken the fucking lock.
Yeah, just to make everything two, you would know the way in.
Yeah.
Like Charlie would have probably sat down with Irene and been like, okay, like, and drawn out, like, basically as best he remembered it, the other way in through the office. So it's not like you're going in blind.
Yeah. And I'm. Is the front door also locked? I'm gonna guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The guard just passed. You have time.
So the guard's not around the back of the building, you assume?
Mm-hmm.
Still, anything that makes excessive noise has a chance of alerting him.
Yeah, there's that. And I do not have any skills in. Oh, wait. Yes, I do have a fucking thing.
Do you?
Yes, I have the skeleton key. I'm gonna
You
open up that back
Do
door.
you have the
I am-
skeleton?
Oh, dumb! I forgot about that.
Does it have, how many uses does it have?
One whole use.
Okay.
One single use.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
I can open any lock.
Okay.
I wanted to wait to hold on to this for getting to the basement, but here we are.
It's fine.
Okay. You place the skeleton key in, turn it, the door opens. I almost did my Bluebeard's routine. The room beckons. You enter and the door closes behind you. Okay. Easily done. You are in the main hall of the first floor of the Penny Foundation. You can make your way to Gavigan's office, which is locked.
God fucking damn it. Okay. Is there anything that could be helped to open this door that is not my gun?
I mean, do you have... I don't think you have anything in lockpick, do you?
No, I have fucking zero lockpick.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Gotta look.
I mean, so here's a couple of options. So the little entry room, like the waiting area, is open, so you can go in there, right? It's just his office.
Right.
If you would like to listen for where the guard is, like, depending how well you do on, like, a strength or something, it's possible to break it. Again, that will be pretty obvious.
Right. Yeah, sure. I'll give a listen as to where
And if
he
you
might
want
be.
to find something to use, you can always make a luck roll and we can figure out what that would be.
Okay, cool. First I'm gonna do a listen, make
Yeah.
sure that Buddy's not close by or
His
whatever.
name's absolutely Buddy. Buddy, the security guard.
Okay, I do not know.
Nope. No idea where he is right now.
But I'll do a luck check.
We
Extreme.
have 10 whole points in the pool. That's all I'm saying.
So that's an extreme success on your luck check. What do you have?
What do I have?
Probably like a small, like, file or knife or something for sharpening pencils, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
that makes absolute sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it. This is pulp.
Yeah. I have that, and
Yeah.
I will use that to try to break this
Okay,
fucking
what
lock.
would you like to roll to try to break it?
I kind of want to argue this is dexterity. This is knowing how these fine tools work.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I'm here.
We have points in the pool.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna use an
10.
advantage here.
She's an
Oh my god.
85.
One fucking point of luck. Jesus Christ.
Someone doesn't want you in the Penny Foundation. I don't
No.
know who it is. It's certainly not me.
It's fucking Santa.
Okay, so 1 point of luck brings you to a regular success. it is still obvious if you like are looking for like, you know, the kind of filings into the door, right? But you get in. You can open the middle cabinet like Charlie told you, walk down, press the eyes of the sarcophagus, walk down, and Charlie, you are just reaching the bottom of the coal chute. You're completely filthy and you can crawl out over the low wall.
Oh my god. He's hotter somehow. It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
it
sense.
just looks like, you know, it's like a glow.
Seriously.
Like a sweaty glow.
Yeah.
Crawl over the low wall and into another door, which leads you where you came from as Irene descends the stairs from the sarcophagus above. Fantastic. Good job, folks. And
Took us a while, but we got there.
this is great. This is so great. This is good. I'm your biggest fans. So Irene is filthy from the waist down. Charlie's filthy all over. And you can head into the secrets room down here. Of course, what you had seen before, just to establish, especially with the paperwork down here. I mean, Irene, you're seeing all of this for the first time. Art, very old-looking texts, some scrolls, and the paperwork you had seen before, Charlie, the various receipts for goods and services, including deliveries to Henson Manufacturing in Derby for wood and coal, iron ingots, copper wiring, and an expensive cast iron safe. Just let me underline that for you. Henson Manufacturing, Derby. A receipt from Ferris and Sons of London for the 6-month hire of a truck, and a letter from Mr. Puneet Chowdhury of Rope Makersfield's Limehouse relating to the warehouse and shipment of sundry antiquities to Shanghai. So, you had found all that in Limehouse, Irene. So, but that is what you've seen before. The things that are missing include a gun. That gun you saw is not there. Where could it be? And again, lots of art. Lots of art, and still 2 crates that have not gone yet, but you can assume they are headed all to the same place.
Interesting.
Well, yeah, what would you like to do?
I mean, I think Irene is going to be automatically drawn over to the art.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to figure out what level of, like, what art are they, and what kind of, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, are they super valuable? Are these like well known, or are they not?
Go
All
ahead.
that stuff.
Make whatever role you feel is appropriate here. I mean, this is your area, so you're going to get some information no matter what. Just depends how much detail.
Okay. Let's go with poetry. Oh, that did not.
It did
For some
not.
reason, the
custom
arts and craft
ones?
skills are not
They
having.
might be bugged. We'll put in a ticket.
But my poetry is 88, so.
Fantastic. Okay, so interestingly, most of the art here seems to be Egyptian or Proto-Sumerian. It's extremely old. Some dating back to the 22nd dynasty, also known as the Middle Intermediate period. Although there is one small piece that's a statuette of a pharaoh-like figure whose face is obscured by a mass of intricately carved, squirming tentacles. And this seems to be from the 3rd dynasty, which, of course, Ganymede could tell you when you were rifling through the filing cabinets, the 3rd dynasty was the era that this pharaoh that you'd been hearing about was said to have reigned. Of course, there are other things here. There's a lot of these are faded in bits, but I mean, you would know, like, they're obviously being worked to preserve them. There's this dark winged thing. It seems scaly. There's another winged hulking beast with a dragon-like tail and a fang-grinned jaw. There's a group of prowling kind of humanoid figures whose eyes are huge and they seem to have disfigured faces. And there are these red-orange colored bursts of color or light gathering around a tall, dark humanoid who appears to be on fire. Make a sanity check.
Love that for me.
Love that for me.
Wow, I am.
What the fuck is going on?
Ooh, whoops.
I've got fucking no.
While you're submitting
No.
tickets, can you ask why Roll20 hates us today?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my goodness, I can't type
Lauren, are
today.
you okay?
You lose 2 points of sanity.
There we go.
Great, that's
Oh,
fine. Whatever.
Goodness. Good, I wanted to. And that is what you see with the art. Charlie, what are you looking at?
I'm not touching anything, but I am
Great.
I think probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, Irene, do you have like a handkerchief or something? He's like looking at his hands. He wants to touch stuff, but he's covered in freaking soot. Like he can't touch anything.
She's I not, and she's kind of going through a bag, and I think she pulls out like a painter's cloth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's gonna do his best to kind of wipe at least his hands off. He wants to go back over to the books.
Mhm.
Bookies, because he did leave one of his own books here.
Yes.
Yes,
you did.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I want it back,
Okay.
obviously. So I want that one back, but I also want to just quickly look through because I've spent some time with this one, but I want to spend more time with like one of the other ones. I don't remember which ones I wrote. Hold on, let me go back to my notes. I know I took the Dizine or whatever it's
The
called.
Book of Dizian.
Yeah. I didn't write down any of the other book titles. I don't know. We were going through it so fast because there's so much stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start looking through one of the other ones. But I am gonna just tell Irene, there was a gun here last time I was here. It's not here anymore, which is not a good thing.
No, not at all. This the art here it's very old, and probably priceless because of that, but there's something about this imagery reminds me of Miles' his paintings. It's like he would paint strange figures in Egyptian settings, like a pharaoh, not quite like this, and points at the one with like the swirling mask of tentacles.
Yeah.
Not quite like that, but it's the same idea. And you know, other strange creatures, and the fact that, I mean, I'm not Ganymede, I don't think I'd be able to date these specifically, but these are 3rd century.
You said there was art missing, right, Lauren?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know what he's doing with all of it, but I mean, it must be meaningful that he's collected so much.
Well, there is a couple of the crates here. Haven't been shipped out yet. Or done with yet.
Yeah, are the crates closed?
Yes.
I'm hesitant to open anything, but I mean, to get a full picture, we maybe should.
I'm thinking so.
Charlie will go over to one of the two crates.
You want the tall one or the small one?
I want the small one first. Start small. Work your way up.
This one is stenciled Randolph Shipping Company, Port Darwin, Northern Territory, Dominion of Australia. And there is a symbol on it. It looks almost like a stylized deer head or some kind of winged creature. Again, it's very stylized. And in smaller letters are the words personal to Mr. Randolph.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to open it.
Yeah, I think it's easy enough to find something to pry it open with. It's there is a 16-inch high statue, large, maybe dragon-like figure, but the head is fringed by tentacles. Sanity roll, please.
Yeah, I'd love to. Here you go.
Great.
Thanks.
So this isn't sanity loss, but there is something very very odd about this. Charlie, you do have the Cthulhu Mythos skill, so you can make a roll here. If you would like to try and identify
I'd love
it.
to. Yeah. I'd love to, but I'm gonna use one of our pool advantages.
Totally.
Because,
Okay. You do not recognize it. Again, but it is as I described before.
Yeah, he's gonna look at me like, what the fuck is this thing?
The mask, with a swirling tentacle thing, similar to the one in the painting.
It seems to be kind of a theme with all of this, huh?
So, why are they all... And she's kind of like looking around. So, crates are coming from here to Limehouse. And when I was looking at the labels, it was supposedly going to one place, but it really was going to Shanghai.
And this is apparently going to Australia.
Where's the other one going to?
The other one is going to Hofang Import-Export in Shanghai. In smaller letters are the words, attention, Honorable Hofang.
Yeah, Irene's noting all this down. All these addresses and all that.
Names, right?
Names, yeah.
Okay. Do we open the next one?
I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, Charlie will open the second one as well.
Great. Inside is a corroded brass statue of this bulbous thing wearing a rice hat. There's, again, this kind of snake pit of tentacles bursting forth from beneath the hat. Sanity roll. Now, this one is very large. It probably weighs like 300 pounds. So that's gonna be 3 for you, Charlie. Irene, I assume you're looking too? Yeah, you're fine now. You know, you can look at it as art, right?
Weird fucked up art.
Do either of you touch either of the statues?
No. Irene has had issues with touching shit that is weird and eldritch before. She knows not to
the
touch
thing
shit.
is, I
Definitely
like
talking to Summer mostly.
Yeah, because I like vibe checking things,
You do.
like with my vibes. So
With your vibe, not with touching.
you know what? I just suffered 3 points of sanity loss. I think I have to touch it.
If you'd like to, totally. up
I
to
would
you.
love
Touch the
to.
butt.
I'm
Touch
gonna
the butt.
touch. the rice hat boy. Just really get a good vibe from him.
Yeah, I think looking more closely, definitely feminine. It feels cold and strangely oily.
Ew.
That's all.
Cool. I stop touching it after that happens.
Yeah.
I think he just kind of like rubs his fingers together and just wipes it on his like pants or shirt, even though it doesn't really matter because he's covered in oil or charcoal. And then he's just gonna put them back. He's just gonna like casually like put the lids back on the crate.
Okay, so you don't touch the other one.
Should I? Does it look any? It's made out of a different material, right?
Yes.
You
don't have to. I'm just making sure.
No, I don't touch the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Other things in here, again, there are the books. Though I will say if you're not taking them, then like just looking through them is...
I'm going to take them.
Okay.
I'm just going to take them.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of stealing books.
I know. There's also, again, there are about 15 scrolls. There's this small stone jar, and the paperwork that you've already seen.
Yeah. I'm going to take the scrolls too.
Not stealing if it was stolen in the first place.
Now, remember these scrolls are very fragile.
Oh,
So,
Is there like a tube in here or something? Like a way they were transported in here?
Oh, make a luck check.
Yeah. I will. I'm going to use a group advantage. Can I do that on luck? I can.
Yeah.
Oh, a hard success.
Great.
Woo!
Yes, there is.
Okay, great. I'm going to have Irene, if she will. I'll be like, Irene, could you please, and like gesture to the tube to take the scrolls just to transport them without hurting them. And then he's gonna be like, I think we might want to look at these somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm just a little concerned that like looking at the books that he's just casually taking. Like, is he not gonna complete, at least with the crates it's not super obvious on first glance.
You know what, Irene, I thought about it and the conclusion I came to was fuck that guy. He'll know he's been robbed. He won't necessarily know it was us. And if he finds out, fuck that guy.
And she'll start putting the scrolls into the tube.
Okay. Great. Both of you make listen checks.
Great. I'm going to use an advantage here.
Sure.
Me too. I'm going to use one of my own.
Extreme. Jesus Christ. All right. Only two sides of the coin today.
Yep.
I'm also going to listen. Where is it? I failed.
Yes, you did.
I hear nothing.
Above somewhere, Irene, you hear footsteps. And if you can hear them, that probably means they're in the basement above you because it's too close. Make a luck check.
I'm gonna use another advantage.
This is just for Irene.
Oh, just kidding.
I'm going to use an advantage here.
Okay.
Go. Great. Success.
So I guess you did close the sarcophagus behind you.
Okay.
Makes it harder to hear, but you had the extreme, so you're fine. You hear a familiar voice. That of Ginger Johnny.
Oh, fuck off.
And some of his friends above. And the only thing that you can really make out as you're down here is, Boss will be interested to know where we found the belly dancer. who she said she'd be staying with. And we're going to go back to the exhibition. Yay! Yay! Let me get my
I
boardwalk
need y'all
music
to
back.
put some caps in buttocks. Please.
Back at the exhibition. This is fine. This is fine. They're on to us. Okay. So moving through Pear's Palace of Beauty. Yes, Allie, tell me what you found out about Pear's Palace of Beauty.
Yeah, sponsored by the Pears Soap Company. There were exhibits that included women dressed in costume as the notable beauties of history. Cleopatra apparently was something caused something of a stir in London, and there was like this this is what literally happened. This is not in game. It was like this Pirates of the Caribbean style ride with boats that went through a history exhibit, and the boats were shaped like Pear's soap bars that people got in and rode around. Super cool stuff. I love it.
Fantastic. And this is the exhibition the exhibit that everyone's walking through again. Gavigan and Annabelle ahead, Rose closely behind, and then Ganymede and Zeb, who have not been spotted. The folks who were following either Gavigan or Rose, it's unclear. The familiar looking ones do not come in here. So you are mostly alone. However, so inside there are 10 glass-fronted rooms, each containing an actress dressed as a famous one from history. There seems to be Helen of Troy, Madame de Pompadour, Dante's Beatrice, Cleopatra, Mary Queen of Scots, and Nell Gwyn are some of the ones that stand out to you. And as you walk through, ahead of you, again, it's pretty crowded throughout, so there is there's space between you, but ahead of you, I think maybe just as you're entering or going to follow, there's a man in a hat and a tweed jacket who turns around. Looks a lot like Jackson Elias, who gives you a smile and kind of beckons you forward and disappears into the tent.
Zeb just looks at Kienna.
Yeah, both of you saw it.
I think Ganymede she looks at you for a moment and then she turns and she walks in.
I think, as far as we know, did Jackson Elias have any siblings?
No.
No. Okay, that's what I thought.
He had no
That's
family.
Yeah, that's yeah. I figured. So I was like, I don't think he had any family. That's why we got the will, basically. I think for Zeb, it's like it's a little bit of a harder decision, just because like everything in him screaming like this is a trap of some sort. This is a trap, but like, but he goes after Ganymede.
Yeah. Okay. The sounds of the exhibition outside fade away. As you enter Pear's Palace of Beauty.
And I think our entire intent, until the shit hits the fan, is just to keep an eye on the two of them, make sure that Annabelle is safe, and just do it for as long as we can, right? That's our intent here.
Are we gonna lose sight of Annabelle by following this person?
No, they're all going to the same space.
Okay.
So as you move through, at first it looks very very normal. You pass by Helen of Troy, looking at her. Obviously, you're both keeping an eye on the people you're watching, but it's hard to miss, especially when the actress begins to shake and crouches, changing into a familiar bestial thing with piercing red eyes, sharp yellow fangs, and cruel-looking claws. You see Eloise Vane. You don't see Helen of Troy, you see Eloise.
What?
Opposite, where Madame de Pompadour stands, she almost begins to shimmer and shake similarly as she turns into the belly dancer, Yalisha, except she is chained to a stone obelisk. What do you do?
You would tell us if we were drugged, right? You would tell us, right, Lord?
Yes. I would definitely have given you indication and made sure it was okay. You're not drugged.
Ganymede is making that familiar gesture toward her leather knapsack where she's keeping...
We really gotta get
But-
have a gun.
but stops. And I think... I mean, I don't want to meta this too much. I imagine, but I also think she imagines that she is under Zara's influence in some way here.
Sure. Perhaps.
Ganymede, what's going on here?
Nobody else is reacting
Yeah.
as the ghoul snarls on one side and Yalisha seems to be screaming for your help on the other.
I think I reach out and grab Zebulon's hand. I don't think this is real. I think she's doing something to us. And can we see Rose at this point?
Yeah, they've definitely gotten ahead of you now, but you can still see them. She's not looking back at you. Okay.
I want to confront her.
Okay.
I think.
So you're going to start moving forward?
Yeah, I no matter what, I want to make sure that I've got my eyes on Annabelle and Gavigan for as long as I can.
Make either a strength or dex check, depending how you want to try and get through. Close the gap a bit.
Well, they're about the same. So I'll use an advantage.
Nice. Okay. So you start kind of pushing your way through, like physically moving people aside. Zebulon, what are you doing?
Zeb is quick-witted, so or sharp-witted. So I think that he can take sort of what Ganymede's saying and put two and two together here. And this is like, it's not real. This isn't real.
I do want both of you to make sanity checks.
Yeah,
you can obviously
I
do
figured.
what you want, though. Like, I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want.
I think Zeb definitely has a harder time, pretending it's not real when it looks I assume very real.
Yeah, it does.
Whew.
Fantastic.
Whew.
Okay, yeah, you...
But I think that something's going on here. Something hinky is up, and he's he's gonna push after Ganymede.
Yeah.
Because if anything is weird going down, it's either involving um, I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now.
Gavigan?
Yeah, Gavigan. Edward Gavigan, right?
Yeah.
Or an associate of Zara's.
Right.
Like, if anything weird, it's gonna be one of them two doing something
Mhm.
weird. So he's just gonna push after it. But he is definitely a little pale.
Yeah.
From seeing this.
So, moving forward, the next section is Beatrice across from Cleopatra. And as you pass in front, Beatrice seems to expand, becoming this bloated thing hidden behind an elegant Chinese fan, wearing a rice hat. And I mean, it is so large, it like presses against the glass room. Cleopatra is sitting before a chess set, and she doesn't transform as much, but it is noticeably different. There's now a beautiful Egyptian woman with pale eyes and this hooded black snake wrapped around her upper arm as she just looks out at, not quite at you. And I need both of you to make another sanity check. Good. Good. Yes, these transformations, one very striking, but not familiar like the other two were. And you can move forward to the final two across from each other, the Mary Queen of Scots and Nell Gwyn. Mary, her features twist and she begins to age into someone none of you would recognize, though another member of your party would. She has long hair, white hair, and an adorable large straw hat. And she looks very friendly. She's just standing there, smiling kindly. And across from her, Nell Gwyn remains a redhead, but transforms into a lithe young woman in a flowing green dress that looks pretty modern, maybe a few years out of date, 5 or 6, with a feather boa, and she's holding a camera. Make another sanity check.
Yes.
Very good.
It's a good series of rolls.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Ganymede, you are a bit ahead as you've pushed through and can follow out. You haven't lost sight of anybody, but you see Edward and Annabelle talking, and she like points like she's going over to get a lemonade, or probably like a cocoa because it's freezing. A cocoa. And she walks away. He looks relieved. And that's when you see Rose going to approach him. What are you doing?
Going to approach Gavigan.
Yeah, Rose is going to approach Gavigan.
I want to. I'm not going to try to stop her. I don't think. Well, actually, let me take that back. Has he seen her? Does it look like he's seen her?
Yes.
Okay, then no, I'm not going to try to stop her. I want to hang back just enough so that I can maybe even hear. I probably can't. There's probably too many people.
It is absolutely possible.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're wanting to make listen checks, I might suggest using an advantage here.
Yeah, definitely.
And benevolent.
I will. Good. And I think I'm because I've had Zeb's hand up to this point. I think I'm just making sure that you see where Anna is. I want somebody to have eyes on Anna all the time. And I will make a listen check.
I have a quick
language.
question.
Yeah, what's up?
if I look through my camera lens at these mysteriously changed ladies, do they look the same?
Ooh.
Particularly the one with the camera in her hand?
No, they all look like they're regular actresses, like people dressed up as these historical figures.
Okay, alright.
I failed the listen check.
Okay, Zeb, do you want to make one, or are you doing something else?
I think I'll do a listen check.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use one of those pooled advantages.
Okay.
Whoo! 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 Thank you for those advantages.
That makes a difference. Okay, and this makes sense to me because, first of all, Zebulon can get closer because he is disguised with his great disguise, his truck driver disguise. Great. I will give you a summary, some excerpts from the conversation you overhear while Annabelle's buying a cocoa between Rose and Gavigan. There's reference to meddlers, comment about a nouveau riche American, and the Graves woman, following him nearly to Essex. The blonde's brother may know more than he appears, according to Noisha. We know next to nothing about the wallflower, though I have people looking into it. He continues on about, you hear mention of the Blue Pyramid Club. Do they know what's underneath? Have they been to the shop? Why did the rap man recognize you? The Rose responds, they came into the shop presumably following up on Barrington's inquiries last year. And it doesn't sound like a Cockney accent. It sounds like Zara Shafiq. Gavigan corrects her. No, they're interested in the Carlisle expedition because of that awful journalist, Noisha told me. They must not be allowed to interfere with the great plan. Especially with the shipments or what we're manufacturing. Another comment. They have an exchange about the belly dancer at your club, him to her, along with mention of finding her and taking her to Essex. And Rose responds, and you only get this because you got the extreme, I have Johnny on it. Gavigan says he's already failed once. I want her for this month's ritual. All of them, if possible. It would please the Pharaoh. Now both of you make stealth checks.
I hate these people so much.
I'm using an advantage from the pool.
Yay!
Yeah, this is
Aren't
my
you glad
last.
you came?
My last of my regular advantages.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh. Let's see what Zeb does. Ooh, he got it.
Luck is a free resource.
Luck is a free resource, Kienna.
Yeah, you know what though?
It's
Fun
absolutely
things
up to
happen
you.
when we fail. Fun things happen sometimes when we fail.
It's absolutely up to you.
Ah.
There will be no judgment from anyone here.
Yeah, no. It won't.
Yeah.
Let the shit hit the fan.
That's
No,
always
I'm
fun.
not going to. I will not use the luck.
Fantastic. I love it. Mwah. It's incredible. So, why not? What, in this moment, what does Ganymede do? Like, what gets her noticed?
Well, she's not heard. She's not heard any of this, unfortunately,
True.
right?
Yeah.
Zeb has heard all of it. So I think maybe she's trying to inch closer so she can hear it.
Yeah.
And she trips over someone's walking stick and maybe probably stumbles right into view. If you want her to stumble right into them,
That's
you can do
great.
that too.
So I imagine this like slow motion, right? As this happens. As you land, both Gavigan and Zara, disguised as Rose, turn to you. Rose's face is horrified. Like
Good.
absolutely horrified. Doing her best to conceal it, but I think this is one of the first times there is like, Zara does not have time to do her thing, and she just horrified is the only word for it. Gavigan is pissed. But then his lips curl into a smile. And he snaps his finger. And the fog that was its usual thing builds and builds and builds until none of you can see anything. And people begin to scream. And that's where we're going to end today's episode. Yay! Yay! Yes, yes.
Lauren, what the fuck?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so happy. That was so cool. Okay. Let's go around. Let's talk to everybody. See how they're doing. Let's start with Tommy. Good job on those rolls, Tommy. You were killing it. You killed it.
Yeah. I just hope I'm the only one killing anything right now. Oh boy, geez. Oh man. And here we thought we were gonna be the safer ones at the fair. Oh. Shit definitely has hit the fan. That was great. That was so good. So spooky. And I'm very ready for all of this shit to hit the fan, even if Zeb isn't. But I am super excited to see how this turns out next week. Because, oh boy, that was a lot of information there at the end that Zeb is processing through and very worried about. But yeah, I'm cannot wait for next week. I am Tommy, Adam Parrot Pengu on the Twitter sphere. I do tabletop RPG. I haven't been doing a lot of tabletop RPG stuff besides this for a while, so I've been taking a break, which has been good. Just down to one stream game, which is good for my health this year.
Totally.
But I do video editing stuff across the interwebs, like the intro for this show. Go follow these people, but you can find me on Twitter. Although I don't do much on there either. So just go follow these people. They do amazing things.
Excellent. Let's go up to Summer. Hi, friend.
Hello, it's me. I have real world anxiety about all of this.
Yeah.
Very, very scary there at the end. Loved all the whole actresses turning into these other people that we know, people we don't, and it's so scary. And I just want to know what the answers to everything. I feel like we got such a good peek at maybe what's actually going on, but maybe we don't. I really don't know. It's so hard to know what the truth is, especially when everyone's lying to you. But this is so much fun, and I really can't wait for next week. I hope that we don't die, but it'll be a week out from Christmas, so it's fine if we do. Yes, I'm Summer. You can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. That's where I tweet and retweet about everything that I've got going on the internet. Go find me there.
Excellent. And Allie.
That was amazing. I love this game so much. I mean, I love this game generally, but I love this game. It is so good. Just awesome stuff. Hey, it's Allie. I can be found on Twitter at Allison Robinson with 2 L's and Y. Follow me there. Catch us back here on Saturday doing our pulpy, adventure-y stuff. And I hope you all have really wonderful holidays and lots of high hopes for what 2021 will bring us all, and especially you who've supported us so much in this year.
Awesome. And Key, anything personal to plug?
Would be good if I knew where the fucking mute button was at any given point. I'm Kienna. You can find me over on Twitter at KiennaS. But basically that I'm doing, I am mostly here on the channel. I am playing here, but also we do video game streams, and I also GM our Against the Stars campaign, which is currently on our season break, but we'll be back sometime in the new year. Hopefully in January, February, all that good stuff. So excited for that to come back. And also I'm over at LFM Network as Rickus, the chaotic little rat rogue. We're getting to the final bits of our story there. So please go check it out. Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, otherwise I'm mostly just here, just hanging out, doing fun things. For Rollvember, which is a Roll20 thing. You can catch us over at Roll20 at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. I am GMing there because I'll be GMing for the Stars crew. Lauren and I made a special honey heist hack that is Burn Bright themed, and it's very silly. So come join us over there, and you'll get to see me just kind of run honey heist as I do, which is just let my players loose and things will happen.
Yep. That's all you need. I am Lauren. I'm that salty ginger over on Twitter. You can see me over on the Roll20 Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Roll20 app in just a few hours, raising funds for Code 2040 as part of Rollvember. It's going to be super fun. And otherwise, channel stuff, follow us on Twitter at Salty Sweet Games, and on YouTube, same deal. We post our VODs there, so if you ever miss an episode, you can catch up really easily, and they're like short. It's great. Thank you to our sponsors, Roll20, Dice Envy, and Grinding Coffee Co. for supporting us. And I think we're gonna go raid some folks, yeah? Yeah, let's do it. So give them some hype or some love from us at Salty Sweet Games, and we will see you next week. All right, wave bye, everybody. Goodbye.